Hey, good morning, everyone. As you know, the staking game for Whale token is being released this morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And so, just wanted to give a clear, a big picture of what to expect in the staking game, and how it works, and what to do and what not to do in terms of how to use it. Because there's ways you can use it in which, like, if you interact with it the wrong way, you can lose your staking position. So really pay attention to this video because it's important. As you know, this is a smart contract that has been forked from the SPY shopping.io staking club. So the code is relatively the same in that sense. And we did our own audit on the code to make sure that it was indeed robust. And StarterCraft took a look at it, and everything is good to go. We've tested it internally, smooth so far. We did 2 transactions to basically just make sure that everything is working like it was on staging. So what's important for you guys to realize right now is that this game is more of a long-term thing. This isn't, if you are looking to get into the staking game and participate into it, like, do not do it if you plan on being staked for under like a year, 2 years, 3 years. There's no point. You're probably not going to enjoy the experience. This is for long-term loyal members of our community who really want to show support over the long term with the project, in the sense that, while all the members, while you're staked, it doesn't matter if you're staked a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, you keep all of your premium perks intact while you're staked. So you don't get penalized at all, even with that penalty in the smart contract. That goes back to other members in the smart contract. So let's just go through it quickly. You'll see it's a very simple system, really straightforward, not too much to it. And yeah, if you have any questions afterwards in Telegram, ask away. And we're going to add this video to the community website for the WHL social token. So all you do is you show up to the site with your MetaMask with your tokens on it, and essentially read this. Make sure that you understand this point here. So what happens in the smart contract is that any person who enters essentially is being penalized by the smart contract with a 10% fee of whatever they're entering with. That 10% then goes to all the other people wallets in the smart contract, proportionate to how much of the smart contract pool they have a share of. And so in a sense, what's important is that when you do stake, your whale social tokens go into the smart contract, and the smart contract spits out what are called these WHLC tokens, which are the tokens that track your position in the program while you're staked. At any moment in time, you can take your WHLC and reclaim it back for WHL, and it will simply be interacting directly with the pool. The only thing you cannot do is that you can't take the WHLC you receive, send it to another wallet, and then think you can unstake with that wallet. That's not going to work. And so it's extremely important that before you stake, you make sure that you're staking from a wallet you're going to want your tokens in for the next, forever. Honestly, ideally, you guys are staying as loyal members forever, and you're just going to be collecting rewards over time from the smart contract. That's ideally, that's the vision for the people who want to be joining this. If that's not you shouldn't be getting into this, because you're probably not going to be happy. And we're not in the business of like holding your hand, and you either understand the rules or you don't. It's very detailed. We're also going to provide a link to the smart contract code, so you can go check it out all yourself. And even if you're a sophisticated user, you can go and look at the smart contract yourself, by staking one token, and you'll be able to see everything. So yeah. Once you show up with your tokens, you'll be able to add some. So in this case, I can't add some because I've already added some. So I can actually remove some. Upon adding, if I were to specify, let's say I want to send one whale token, it would show me here 0.9 because it would be taking away that 10%. Same thing here. If I want to take out 100% of my stake tokens, right, I'm only going to receive 90% of them back because there's a penalty on entry and there's a penalty on exit. And then all those penalties go back to the people who stay in the middle, if that makes sense. So the longer you stay, the more you will collect based off of the impatience of other participants. So essentially, this is really the core like way of looking at it. It's all about optimizing for loyalty and long-term commitment from the community members, benefiting those who do live through that, and then penalizing those who do not live through that. So they'll say they're committed, but then they're not committed through, and they demonstrate that through action, right, by unstaking, and so they're penalized. And the people who demonstrate the opposite of that are rewarded, which is a fair incentive structure long term. So at the start, as Wellroom gets started, you can't expect it to be hyper bump, like the velocity of this thing to be high, like in terms of people coming in and coming out at the start, because we're starting from zero in terms of growing our audience, our community. So you need to expect more of like an organic hockey stick type of growth here in terms of platform adoption, and that with that will come more usage of different parts of our ecosystem, such as this. So upon entry, you'll actually see that you collect some of your own rewards based off, what part of the share you contribute to. So let's say there was one person in before you and you go in after. Well, let's say you each went in with one token. Well, now you guys each own 50% of the pool. And so therefore, 50% of what you paid out right at the start is actually going to go back to you. So you always, upon entry, you will collect a bit of what you've paid out through that penalty, vice versa. Very simple to know where you stand in the whole thing is looking at this percentage. So this percentage will simply reflect how many WHLC tokens you hold out of the entire pool in the system. And that means that every time someone enters, you will receive whatever percentage you see here, you'll receive of that 10% that's being unlocked. And so the bigger this percentage becomes, the more share of penalty rewards you will receive over time for being a loyal community member. And this, of course, is all decentralized and immutable and fully controlled by the smart contract from day one. So once this is deployed, which it already is, it's permanent like this in cyberspace. So yeah, here you'll see constantly the rewards just upgrade as people come into the smart contract or exit the smart contract. And here you'll see your balance of whatever whale tokens you're actually just holding on your wallet. So if you had tokens here, you would be able to go to add tokens. You would see that it's subtracting 10% of your balance. That's totally normal. That's going to the smart contract. So again, just to make sure one last time, when we're talking about the biggest thing not to do in the system, it's not to, you do not stake and then move your WHLC to another wallet. Do not do it. It's a feature. This is a feature of the system. It's meant to be this to secure users. So the moment you stake, you are staking from that wallet and you're interacting with the staking smart contract from that wallet forever. It's okay if you stake, claim some rewards, unstake, then restake in another wallet. That's fine, but you cannot stake, take the tokens they give you, which are worthless, move them to another wallet, because then it will lose your position in the program, and then forever your position is lost. So just do not do that. There's no forgiveness for making this mistake. It's very clear. So really excited to see the community members hop into here. To see how loyal the community is. I mean, you guys know that PA and I our personal tokens that we've purchased, we're going to be staking them not for 10-15 days. And so that gives you guys a chance to go in and to receive a bunch of rewards down the line. But yeah, as I said at the beginning, do not stake if you're not in this for at least a year, 2 years, 3 years, and you're not committed. You need to be committed to using our actual platform, because the token is just a byproduct of the platform, and it's the platform's adoption that drives everything that we do at Wellroom. So yeah, really excited to see what comes out of this. We know we love what we've seen it do to things like, in the SPY community and the shopping.io community, and that's really much why we modeled what they're doing. So without further ado, stay patient. If you already have the link, have fun. Just be careful, listen, watch this whole video, watch it twice if you don't understand parts of what we're saying. Ask questions in the Telegram if you're still not sure about what we're saying. And yeah, everything's gonna be great. So as you know, we're continually developing the application, the web app, as well as the mobile app. This week, we're actually going to be pushing the mobile app, so you'll finally be able to try that out. And then from that moment on, we'll be introducing more and more rooms to the ecosystem. So yeah, stay tuned, and thanks for being here. Cheers.